What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is freezing, it is windy, but today we're going to be going through the filter pack for the Anafi that we did the unboxing on the other day. So there's a handful of different filters on there for different scenarios, so we'll be going through each one of those. A little over half of them are for like bright sunny days, one's for basically reducing glare overall, and then there's a couple of them in there for overcast and then partly cloudy conditions. But we're going to be going through each of them anyways, even though it is very overcast, because I haven't found a good day that has all the different conditions in it, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any non-overcast days in the near future. So I'm going to go ahead and tilt you guys down, and what we'll be doing is the first flight will just be very all organic with no filter put on it, and then we'll start running through each one of these. All right, but let's go ahead and get right into the flight. This will be in the raw format, so we'll go ahead, get this thing taken off. Just kind of do a little scan, and then we'll go up to about 25 feet or so. And then we'll do about a 45 degree. And then finally like about a 90 degree. Oh, there we go. So maybe my 45 wasn't all too good. All right, so for the first filter that we'll be going with is going to be the ND4 filter, which is for cloudy days. And if you don't remember, this is how you can tell, is by that small little print on the side. So what we'll do is we'll just come in here, and this should just basically snap right on like so. And this will be the same thing that we do for each and every single one of them. So we'll go ahead, start the recording, and go ahead and take off, and we'll do the same thing. We'll go up to about 25 feet or so. And then we got our straight out, about a 45, and then finally we've got our 90 degree. All right, so just from my phone, I'm not seeing a whole lot of difference between all of them, so we'll go ahead, come back, land it, change out these filters. And then the next one is going to be the ND8, which is more for partly cloudy days. And again, there it is right there. And so these just basically come off like so. Make sure you put it back in your little slot, and then we'll change this one out like so. All right, so far I'm not really seeing a whole lot of difference in between any of these, even just from my phone. So hopefully when we go back in and look at the raw footage, we'll see some differences. So again, this one, the ND8's more for like partly cloudy conditions. All right, and we'll go ahead and just push back up to about 25 feet again. Okay, so that's our straight out. Got our 45, and then our 90. So our next one that we have is our ND16. So this is for basically no clouds in the sky, but there could be some out there. So we've got this one on now. All right, so we'll go ahead, we'll get this thing take off. Yeah, again, still not seeing a whole lot of difference, not seeing a whole lot of, not really getting any different color contrast, even with it being a little more filtered. So we got our straight out. We got roughly our 45. And then finally we have our straight down. So next up we've got our CPL. It's essentially an anti-glare filter for basically all conditions. So it looks a little lighter potentially, but that could just be like a placebo after using darker filters. So let's go ahead, we'll get this thing taken off, see if we have any difference with this one. All right, so we'll go ahead again up to about 25 feet, and that's our straight out, about our 45, and then finally our 90. I was really hoping to see a lot more differences in between these two, so maybe on more of a sunny day, especially getting into these next filters, which are for basically sunny conditions, and as we progress it's for slightly sunnier conditions. But we are going to start with our ND8 PL, which I believe stands for polarized, and so we will just get this thing fixed on. Some of these are a little more difficult to get snapped into, which isn't a bad thing. It means that it's probably going to be a little more secure. All right, and so we'll go ahead and take off with this one. Okay, again, about 25 feet up. Okay, so there is our straight out, about our 45, and then finally our 90. Okay, so the next one that we have is going to be the ND16 PL, which is going to be for, again, like I said before, it is for progressively brighter days. You can see here. As I mentioned before, it might be a good idea. I'm going to get down here. It would have probably been a great idea if I had gotten a label. Wow, if I had gotten a label maker and put labels on it, because, well, now I'm having to look at them as I'm going through this instead of knowing exactly where they're at. All right, but yeah, so this is the ND16 PL. So we'll go ahead, we'll take this off. Whoa, almost got me. All right. So 25 feet, here's our straight out shot. Here is our 45, and here is our 90. All right, so next up is the ND32 PL. So let's go ahead and take off the ND32 PL. All right, go up to our 25 feet, and so here's our straight out. Here's our roughly 45. And then finally, our 90. So finally we've got our ND64 PL. As you can see right there. So we'll get this affixed. Time to take off for our last one. All right, and so we'll go to our 25 feet. Okay, so here's our straight out. Here's our 45. And then finally, our 90. Alright guys, so that's going to take care of this filter pack test, at least for now. Hopefully we get some sunny days here soon, but at least for right now, this is what I've got to deal with. So it is what it is. But again, it's the Freewell Anafi Filter Kit. It's an 8-pack, and of course the Anafi itself. That would be terrible if that crashed into the GoPro. Look forward to using both of these a decent amount here in the near future, and can't wait to start making more and more stuff with the Anafi included, now that I can get rid of some of that glare. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informational for you guys, and hopefully these side-by-side comparisons between all of these different filters turn out the way that I'm hoping that they do. But that's going to wrap this up. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.